Now, to get down to how we're addressing things, this is the community space, the common space. This is what we did in San Leandro at Paseo Center, where there's actually various public benefits, like grandparents taking care of kids center, and there's a daycare center. There's a whole group of things, American Indian Services, and we did that in this project. We did that as some retail. This would be that 5,000 square foot space. There you see the landscaping and the setback, the 12-foot mixed-use path, and then the 11-foot of landscaping before you even get to the parked car. So it's a very relaxed, green street elevation. This is actually a similar building we did in Woodbridge in San Jose called it's called the Mabuhay Court. I think it's a senior project. It's got a community center as part of it, and a similar architecture. Again, this is showing a little bit up Martinez. Again, the swale, mixed-use path, and then this is the base I was talking about. You break the colors up. I don't know what it'd be like. So like wearing stretch stockings or something. It breaks up the bulk. This is this porch area. It's 2 stories there. This is one we did in San Jose. People go in and out the front door. This probably was about 10 years ago. And there's plants all over it now. That was right after it was built. These are the plants that grow on the trellis, and there's some decks. So that everybody facing Martinez doesn't have a deck. There's a little bit of a, it's kind of questionable, the BART noise. I think people do use it, but we don't want to put a deck on every unit, because then you get the kind of stack of decks look that you get with apartments. This is the front entry. That's the entry courtyard and the lobby. We're proposing called a green stair. Green stair is simply a really nice stair that has a lot of daylight, and in this case it's shaded, so it doesn't get too hot inside. And when you go into the building, you go, I think I'll take the stair instead of taking the elevator. And we know this works because this is a project we did. I don't know if you've ever been to Healdsburg. We did a hotel there called the Hotel Healdsburg. I like to say the rooms are the size of our studio apartments, and the rent per night is the same as the rent for a studio apartment for a month. So, and the people walk up. It's really quite interesting. You see the people, they go up there for the crush or whatever. And we actually, in this case, we planted bamboo inside the stair tower. I think your local fire marshal is not going to let us do that. But it's very nice to have the plants inside the stair tower. People, they'll look at the elevator, they look at the stair, and then they walk up the stair. The other thing we do, and you see a little bit of it here, is this, we do a woodworker we've worked with for a long time. We do what we call a K-door. This is on the community center in San Jose. It's a fir door. It's got these glass sections. It's quite identifiable. It makes a real sense of entry, just with some real craftsmanship beyond what you typically see. And this guy he's in West Oakland. He builds these doors at a we put one on every project we try to do. It's a real nice feature. Then facing the railroad tracks, what we're talking about is this community area. This is one we were just in Copenhagen, and this was a garden and a sand lot. So there'd be some actual ideas. You go out there, you can play with your kids, you can have a barbecue, you can work on your allotment. We're talking about making them square and making them round with a steel edge, but it's really defined, so you can say, this is your little vegetable garden. Then what we're talking about is the screen that's on the garage. We make that 2 stories tall, so we'd have a 2-story green wall, and then above that, this is the corridor, and you're looking toward the railroad tracks. We would put cables and have this vines go all the way to the roof. And this is something, we actually did this, and it actually works. And so you get a kind of a dimension to that elevation, because everybody's thinking of that as the back, but it's actually, there's nothing in front of it. You can see it from the street down there. So we wanted to pay attention to it. So that's my presentation. Thanks so much.